Good to see everybody again. My name is Taylor Matos. I'm a salesman over here at Lawrence Hall Chevrolet in Abilene, Texas. Just finished up my first video with the 2015 Corvette Stingray, and of course, naturally, the next thing I'm going to review, kind of go over around, is the 2015 Chevrolet Colorado. This is the Z71 equipment group, and I want to start off by showing you a quick video walk around and also the ride over here, and then we'll jump into the inside. So let's take a look. Alright, how's it going, everybody? Trying out something new here. I'm sitting in the 2015 Chevrolet Colorado. This is our new mid-size truck. Hasn't been around. They stopped producing the Colorado in 2012, so for 13 and 14 there was no new Colorados available. So completely redesigned it, everything from the framework to the engines available and everything like that. It's changed. So the one that we're sitting in today is the Z71 equipped vehicle. It is a two-wheel drive. They offer it in a two-wheel and a four-wheel drive. They offer it in a couple different configurations for cab and bed sizes. You have your choice of extended cab, which will open the doors in the back, kind of a half door, or the crew cab like this one. You have your bed choice on the crew cab for either a short bed, which is what this vehicle is a 5-foot bed, or the long bed, which is a 6-foot bed. So a couple different cab configurations and bed configurations. So it kind of gives you customization. There's lots of different packages. You can start with the WT work truck group. That's going to be for just your basic price, cost, as well as maybe for a company or even somebody that just wants a truck and doesn't want the extra frills or expense. Engine options, you have two choices. You have a 4-cylinder as well as the 3.6 6-cylinder. That's the optional engine. That's what this vehicle is that we're driving. So we have a max trailering package with the V6 of up to 7,000 pounds. So it's more than capable. Obviously, as you can tell, lots of room in the vehicle. It's perfect for somebody that maybe doesn't need a full-size truck. They're not going to be towing a whole lot. Very versatile, easy to drive. The interior here, there's lots of options. This one has the MyLink radio, which we'll touch base on. This particular vehicle is a Z71, so it has some nicer equipment that you'll see and we'll touch on. We do have heated seats on this vehicle, even though they're cloth. They're kind of a cloth with leatherette bolstering and bottom piece and everything, so they're going to last and stay looking good for a long time. So technology otherwise, we have the available 4G LTE Wi-Fi hotspot on this vehicle. The way that works is if you've been watching commercials and seeing it, it's a nice feature to have. So it kind of piggybacks off of the AT&T services for your Wi-Fi. So if you're in an area with AT&T 4G LTE coverage, OnStar uses an antenna and piggybacks off of that. So that's how you'll get the Wi-Fi. So for 3 months or 3 gigabytes of data, you have complimentary Wi-Fi service inside the vehicle. You'll push this little white button on the mirror.
OnStar ready.
Wi-Fi settings.
Wi-Fi settings. Please see the owner's manual for information about your Wi-Fi hotspot settings.
So on the screen here, it'll give me a kind of generic username and password. It says Wi-Fi hotspot 5075 as well as a password. So when you purchase the vehicle, we'll cancel that.
Thank you. Goodbye.
When you purchase the vehicle, you get, again, 3 months, 3 gigabytes, and you'll have the ability to customize that hotspot name and password. So you can call it Taylor's Colorado, and the password can be Colorado. So you have your option to do that. So after the 3 months and 3 gigabytes of data, you have your choice to purchase bundles of data. So if you're already an AT&T subscriber, you can actually choose to add the truck to your mobile share account, where you will just use the truck as a device, just like you're adding another line. So it's convenient that way. So definitely recommend using that, because you never know. Some people might have kids and they are in an area, more metro areas that have tons of coverage no matter where you're at. So it can come in pretty handy. So I like the feature. Here we're going to do is kind of came down here to our Used Car Super Center, where we have a photo booth, hoping to get the truck in there to do a little bit more walk around overall inside and out. So let's see what we can get accomplished. So far so good. Thanks. It's a good looking truck, isn't it? Well, a couple of the things I want to talk about on this section of it is just the exterior styling and everything like that, since you saw already kind of engine, power plant, and everything like that, and then we'll jump on into the interior. So taking a look on the outside here, the Z71 has a couple of unique features. Obviously the 17s on this one are specific to the Z71. It's the only time you can get those, and the nicer projector beam headlights are up front as well up there. So really pretty truck. Again, this is the crew cab, so it's got all 4 doors, the most room that you can get on the interior of this vehicle, and again, it does have a shorter bed, so 5-foot bed, still has plenty of room for your goodies. So really nice truck. That's really all I can say. Again, the style of it is got a bigger footprint than the previous generation Colorados. A lot of people say, wow, that Colorado is way bigger than I thought compared to the previous generations. They were very small. So some of the benefit of it is on the things that you can't see is that it has a fully boxed frame under there. So what that means is structural rigidity, better crash testing and everything like that, and of course more payload and more tow capacity. So things that you can't see under there. Underneath the grills here, there's active shutters, again, that you can't see, but they're working for you to get the most airflow when you need it for opening and closing for better fuel economy when it needs it as well. So very beautiful truck. I would love to have one of these because, I mean, I don't do a lot of pulling. I've never trailered anything in my life, and it's mostly driving that I do to and from work. So something like this would be perfect, not eating up the gas like the bigger V8. So really partial. This is one of the only Colorados we've had in stock that I've been able to even see. As soon as we get them, they're sold. If you've been looking for one for a while, you probably have already seen that. Canyons as well, another version of the truck for this mid-size vehicle, focused on the Colorado. So let's take a look inside, and show you a couple things that I like. Alright, so this vehicle is running right now. Probably can't even tell. With the Z71 with the jet black interior, it does have some kind of unique interior options here. It has kind of this carbon fiber-esque trimming. You'll find this across the door panels, front and rear, and then the gear selection and everything in there. And then the interior, again, the seats have kind of some specific color combination here with that Z71 package. So jumping inside the truck here. Just like the other version we kind of talked about, the Chevrolet Miling touchscreen radio. So this is a really neat technology piece here. This is where everything kind of happens with your radio. So you have everything from your radio, there it is, your phone, we can connect the phone to it super easy. And then, of course, this one has been optioned with the navigation. So a couple of different options available. You can get navigation on them. It's not standard. It's not a very expensive option, about $795 compared to the previous generations that were, you know, $2,200. This one also has been equipped with the Bose stereo system. And then again on the steering wheel, all of your right-hand side buttons are your volume control, radio station favorites and skips and seeks, voice control, again, natural voice recognition, answer and hang up phone calls. Left hand side will be all of your cruise control. Then you have this little stalk back here, which you can make some adjustments there on the driver information center. Let's see if we can show that. Oops, sorry about that. So if I rotate the dial here on the blinker stalk, we can see trip, digital speedometer, blank page, timer, average speed, fuel range, economy, trip 1 and trip 2, and back to normal there. If you push the interior button that says menu, you'll be able to see the vehicle's information. So you have oil life monitor, which for 2 years and 24,000 miles, Chevrolet will pay for your maintenance, oil changes, and tire rotation. There's, if you were going to change it to UK or anything like that, transmission fluid temperature, total engine hours, battery voltage, tire pressure independently monitored, oil pressure, and then back to normal there. So you have a good mix of things that you can see here. Alright, here is some of the switches that you have available to you on the interior, depending on how the vehicle is equipped. So you have a tow haul mode, which is a performance feature. That way it knows that something's back there. It'll stay in the revs a little bit longer, keep the pressure in the transmission line so that you can get all the low-end power that you need. On and off. Your traction control button, hazard lights are here, and then the cab over lights on the exterior of the vehicle. So if you're illuminating the bed itself, you have that available. Now the Z71 gets something pretty neat. It's called hill descent control. When you push that button, you get a little icon that matches this in this near the speedometer. And what the hill descent control will do is kind of tell you if you're off-roading, if you're going down a steep grade. Will actually maintain the speed so that you don't just fly down the hill. So cool feature on the Z71. Of course, we talked about the fact that it has the heated seats. So again, we talked about connectivity. I don't know if you can see it down there. You do have a USB port, an auxiliary cable, 12-volt charging, and then on the center console here, another USB port. And then there's your back seat. Might as well turn the interior lights on. Don't know how well that's going to show up. Here's my backpack with all my camera goodies. Rear window defroster. And that's about everything I can think of. I've kind of shown you the inside and out of the Colorado. Again, this particular one is going to be a two-wheel drive Z71 short box crew cab with the V6 navigation trailer package and the Bose. So this one comes in at around $32,620 MSRP. Of course, it'll range from the low to mid 20s all the way up to 40-ish. So just depending on how you get it. So if you found this vehicle overview video useful, give me a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff that they say in videos, and take a look at my future videos and past videos, and let me know if there's something that you'd like to see as well. That's it. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a good day. I just remembered something else I forgot to demonstrate in a video here, and that's something that's really awesome actually, is that, you know, on both sides of the bumper you have those corner steps so that you can get into the tailgate bed area really easy. We didn't talk about the trailer package. We said that we had it. I didn't really show it to you. So here's your receiver, and of course you have both your 7-way pin and your 4-way pin integrated there. So really neat feature. Lockable tailgate, and here in the bed you have lots and lots of tie down spots. They have a whole accessory kind of setup called Gear On. With the Gear On stuff, you can add things like racks for kayaks, or maybe you're going to be using it for work, so that way you can use it for ladders and skis and everything like that. I mean, there's tons and tons of options available with that Gear On. So I wanted to show you this here. Whenever you unlock the tailgate here, it does have the easy lower feature, so that way you know, it doesn't slam down, put a lot of extra wear and tear, and it's super easy to lift up. So definitely worth noting on the Colorado. Of course, those step ups sure can be handy. So I think that's it. So one thing I'll talk about is here in the gas cap, you can see that there's a little rubber circle there. Stay tuned for that. That's going to be something that comes out in 2016. It'll be a diesel engine variant for fuel economy and everything like that. So that's not here until 2016. So not yet available. People ask me that all the time. Hey, when are we getting the diesel Colorado? So not just yet, but we're almost there. I think that's it. Thanks again, and I'm sorry for being so repetitive. We'll get this right sometime.